Okay, welcome guys to the second episode of Hardwood unboxing videos. So the first video that I did, it was pretty good, but I think, you know, the idea is you improve every time you do something. So today I got my samples prepared. I've got my floor cleaner here. I've got all my information for the new series here so I can get a little more detail for you and hopefully it gives you a good idea of this new product that I'm very excited to show you. And as it goes a little quicker, so it's not like a 100 hours video. So let's get to it. First and foremost, this new collection comes from a company called Chateau. And Chateau is a company, hardwood manufacturer that's been around for a while. Their main claim to fame is they've always made high-end products. Definitely you would consider this a luxury hardwood floor, and the benefit to doing Chateau over others has typically been they have the most creative design team. They spend a lot of time and effort in curating and cultivating colors that are on trend or on design and forward thinking, and a lot of TLC goes into creating the products as far as the finishes. Most of them are either fumed or multi-step process for coating and finishing and staining. And today is no different. This new product is called the Guild Collection. And what I like and what Chateau has done is, instead of having products that are, you know, $15 a square foot, this new collection is bringing that design aspect and what they have been known for into a price point that's a little bit more affordable. It's still on the higher end of hardwood floors, but you will be able to tell why in just a second. So let's start with the products and we'll go from there. Okay, so the first product I'm going to show you is from the Lineage series. It's European white oak, 7.5 inches wide. And one of the things I like about this one in particular is it's got a very natural tone. It's also filled with black fill in the knots in the crevices, and that's a real natural way to do it. Some companies will fill their joints and their cracks and their knots with like stain colored or like gray colored or yellow, but black is classic. It doesn't take anything away from the beauty of the floor, and I like it best, so hopefully you do too. Let's talk a little bit about this. So it's got a 2mm veneer on the top of it. If you don't know what that stands for or what a veneer is the top layer. So it's the part that you actually walk on. It also is called a wear layer. And most high-end products have anywhere from a 3, a 4, a 5mm wear surface. And that is, you know, what is the primary reason for their exorbitant cost. This Guild series, what they did by lowering it down to a 2mm veneer is able to get you that same high design specification, but in a more affordable price. So let's talk about cost for a minute. This new series, which is the Guild Collection, has two parts. The first is the Lineage series, and the other one is the Makerlab. And Makerlab is a really cool product. I can't wait to show you in just a second. Because it's totally different than what everybody else is doing right now. But it's got a multiply core, which makes it very stable. Each part of the plywood core is laid in a cross-grain direction, which as expansion and contraction happens, those layers work against each other to keep the product more stable. So that's a good thing about the build. As you can see on the back of these samples, one thing I love is that they have all the information here, very easy to see. It's got a room seam on the back. It has the color name here, which is Riley in this case. And Chateau just does a really good job on their marketing and their presentation to help the customer just be informed about what they're looking at. So I love your presentation, Chateau. Keep up the good work. And this is Riley. So good medium tone. All right, next in this Lineage series, we've got Everly. So Everly's got that kind of gray washed, still I would call it a medium brown. I really like this color because it's got a great combination of grays and neutral browns. and it doesn't come off blue. A lot of products that you find in the market, when they try to add some gray to the product, it'll start looking like it has a bluish tone or bluish tint to it, and this doesn't do that. Look how beautiful that product is. That is something else. I love it. So this one's Everly. Again, 7.5 inches wide, 2mm veneer. So far, so good. Du Chateau. Gorgeous colors. And pricing. So the pricing on this product runs around $8.15, which for a Du Chateau product, if you've ever priced them out, is really good. Most of their products tend to be in that higher end, a lot higher. And so for $8 you get a premium product, and you know, they're just gorgeous. The other thing about these products in particular is they go up to 72 inches long. The benefit to having 72 inches long is that they're just huge, wide, big boards. And when you lay them on the ground, it's not so busy. It doesn't have a whole bunch of little tiny chunks of 1 foot, 2 foot boards, or maximum 4 foot boards, which is a lot of other manufacturers, that's what they make. So these 72-inch boards just make your room look prettier. It's not so busy, and you really get the authenticity of the big natural logs that they're made from. Okay, so that's a pretty one. And that one's called Haley. Just got to see that. Let's see, what's next here? Ooh, another medium brown. And this one's like a little bit more neutral. So I see this in particular board has a little bit of red tone to it, just a tiny bit of red, which is nice. You know, the thing about hardwood floors is everybody's got a different opinion. You'll talk to some people that just love red floors, and you'll talk to other people that hate red floors. I think it's kind of funny because when I'm talking to customers and they ask me what my opinion is, I always tell them I'm Switzerland. Like I like what you like. Just find the one that you fall in love with, and I know you'll be happy with it. Speaking of, that's another important thing. Whenever you're shopping for hardwood floors, remember that it's not always easy to, you know, pick one selection or pick one color, because there's so many that look good. There's so many good products on the market that would go good in your home. So if you have like narrowed it down to 2 or 3, just take the plunge. Whichever one you like, pick one. And even if you think you might be getting it wrong, I guarantee you, once you pull out all that old carpet and tile and nasty old wood that's in your house and you put down this new floor everywhere, you're gonna love it. It totally changes the look of your house, and you're probably gonna wanna go buy a bunch of new furniture. I tell my customers I cannot be responsible for all of the other expenditures that you do after you do your wood floors, but that's usually what happens. They look gorgeous and it changes your home, and you end up loving it. So don't be too worried about you know, if one color is just like exactly the one you want. Just take your time, find a couple that look great, and once you get it installed, you'll love it. This color in particular is called Harley. So got some good colors so far. I really like this line. You know, they have not shied away from going and doing some colors that have a lot of depth to them, which I love. Ah, a classic. More natural, just more organic. If you like the beach, like a beach or nautical theme, even a contemporary theme, or just like kind of a, some people would call it modern, but I think it's more like modern classical. You get the shade variation from the different planks are real obvious because there's not a lot of staining done, or very little at all. And when you put it in and you get it installed, it looks beautiful. There's no doubt when you take a look at that floor, that is a gorgeous hardwood floor. Whereas some companies, they put too much stain and too much finish on them, and they kind of look plastic. So this is just a gorgeous neutral white, and the color, or the color name, is Chloe. So Lineage series again, color Chloe. Let's see what else we got. We got 2 more in this Lineage series. And you know we gotta have a black floor, a gray floor. And that, for all you dark floor lovers that like to see every single little bit of dust in your house, or you're just really, really clean and you never have any dust on your floor. That's not my house. Wish it was, but that's not the case. If you have a house that you just want to look super, super high end, and you keep a good house, the dark floors, especially with light colored walls, white walls or something like that, and silver and chrome accents and things like that, they look amazing. You can just see how good the chrome of the symbol looks against that dark floor right there. It's very striking, it's very bold, and it looks beautiful. One good thing about this product that I noticed right off is you see some shade variation. Again, that goes to the care and investment that Chateau makes in making a quality product. It's not easy to get a dark floor that still looks natural like real wood. It takes a special blend of stain, and sometimes they'll fume it, but primarily it's just paying more for a good quality stain that doesn't kind of deplete the depth and character of the wood. It's not like a paint, it's a real stain, so it soaks into the grain and you still get your variation, which again lends to it being much more natural looking in the final product. Okay, this one is Ashley, so Ashley's got dark hair. All right, and the last one in this Lineage series is interesting. It's a kind of a warmer tone, mid-range. It's got some golden and honey color in it, which is beautiful. And it's Maddie. The color name is Maddie, M-A-D-D-I-E. So just to recap, this little collection within the guild is the Lineage series, 7.5 inches wide, up to 75 inches long, sorry, not 72. There is 31.29 square feet in a box, and each box weighs 57.3 pounds. They're all European oaks. They're engineered floors, so with a cross-grain multiply construction. The grade of the wood is character grade, which is what gives it all of the different colors. Again, I think it's the best because it looks more natural. But if you don't like any kind of variation, you're probably not going to look to the character grade type of species, type of woods. Okay, it's also UV lacquered and light wire brushed. So it's got a nice smooth texture, but it's still got some texture to it. It's not like a glass polished finish. So that helps hide life a lot. And it's more, all these are more of a matte finish, which is really the best flooring option out there right now. You don't want gloss. Gloss, it shines too much. It shows every single imperfection, and it's really hard to keep looking good for a long time. So the UV matte finish is great, and it's 1/2 inch overall build, all right? You can also put it over radiant heat. We don't need that much down here in Texas, obviously, but anywhere else you can do it. You can glue it, nail it, or staple or float it, all 3 different installation methods. And it comes with a limited lifetime structural integrity warranty, 25-year residential surface finish warranty, and 3-year commercial surface finish warranty. So that's really good. When it comes to UV lacquer finishes, it's like a UV lacquer oil. What happens is they stain it, they do whatever they're going to do to it to condition it before they go with the finishing process, and then they put the lacquer on, and then they UV cure it, which means all these boards pass under, it's like a big belt basically where all the boards are sitting after they get coated with the lacquer, and UV lights are actually at the end of that, and it cures it as it's going through, so it hardens the finish a ton. So it's a very, very durable finish. It's not aluminum oxide, but very durable, so it's a great, great product. Okay, now we got through that Lineage series. Now this is what I'm very excited to show you. I'm gonna move these out of the way real quick. This is what I've been waiting for a long time, waiting to show you, but I've just been waiting in general. Every single thing that you see on the market right now is generally going bigger and bigger and bigger and wider planks, longer, bigger, all that, which I think is cool. It's good, right? Like, we need to have a lot of different options in the market for different tastes, and the beauty of the big wide planks, it's awesome. So you can see the hardwood, you can see all the character in the big long planks. However, one thing that we're lacking in the engineered hardwood area of the hardwood floor business is small, skinnier planks. There's a lot of reasons for it, and I don't need to get into that right now, but it takes the same amount of cutting and milling basically to make a skinny board as it does a wide board. So while the raw materials may be a little bit more expensive because the yield is less with a larger board, the manufacturing process is basically identical, and the time it takes to manufacture it is basically identical. So pricing wise, most manufacturers have shifting to go to this larger format, and they're getting away from the smaller format. Now, this company, Chateau, has done an excellent job of curating, let's see, 4 colors here, and the price point on them is awesome. It's probably the best price point I've ever seen in Chateau. It runs around $7 a square foot, which is crazy for a Chateau product, and these products are amazing. If you're like me and you like something different, you're probably gonna like these products. So, there it is. This one is the Makerlab collection, or it's the Makerlab edition. The color here is Joist. The build, as far as the thickness, is the same as the other products within the Lineage series. So they're 1/2 inch, 2mm veneer, multiply hardwood core, but these are only 3 inches wide, and it's a different look. Check out this picture. It's gorgeous. The cracks are still filled with the black resin, which is gorgeous. It's just, again, authentic, but this floor is beautiful. It reminds me of the 100-year-old floors that we have, and we get to refinish sometimes when we do special projects. They've got like 2 and 3 inch hardwood that's been in there, that's long strip, so really long boards, and it is beautiful. It's very special, it's elegant, and I love it. So this color is Joist. We'll go over these real quick while we're here. 3 inch wide, up to 72 inches long, and 28.5 square feet per box. All right. Same other things. It's still UV lacquered. It's character grade material, so you get a lot of variation in the color, and it's also got a light wire brush. So amazing product. Good job, Chateau. Next color, plainer. Ooh, this is beautiful. Beautiful. Get some of that. That is a pretty product. Look at that. Gorgeous. Look at this. That's awesome. I love it. That's a real wood floor, if you've ever seen one. 2 more colors. Ooh, pretty. Check this out. Now this one's got a little bit of like an antiqued or aged finish, which is really cool. This is definitely a multi-step process. You can't get that with just one stain. You've got to work the material with a couple different stains in order to get this effect, and that is just beautiful. I love this color. Chateau, if you're hearing me, you know, I could use some new floors in the showroom. Maybe hook it up a little bit. We'd love to show that one. That's awesome. The color is lathe on that, and look at the picture of the install. So pretty. All right, last but not least, in this edition of unboxing hardwood floors is Chisel. Very bold product, lots of different colors. Again, multi-step color treatment. You're getting a lot of different colors in this floor. I mean, you could put this floor anywhere, but it's beautiful in and of its own right. Take a look at that. Gorgeous. And there's the backside with that beautiful install picture. So, thank you for joining me on this edition of Unboxing Hardwood Floors. We'll figure out like a really good name as we go forward, but this is just the second video. I hope you liked it. I'll keep trying to get better, keep trying to give you guys more information on more products. If you have any ideas or suggestions that could help me out, please put them in the comments. And I thank you for clicking and subscribing so you can get all my latest videos. And if you have any questions, just hit me up. Wood Floors of Dallas is our company. We're here to help you at any time. My name is Hunter Ross. I own the company, been doing it forever, and we're happy to take care of you, anything you need. Thanks. See you next video.